Hello, Ignite Youth, and welcome to the first episode of the Mass Staff Member.
Okay, Val here.
And Mr. Nathan.
Right, what's going on, Nathan?
Alright, so we are doing our first episode of the Mass Staff Member. This is the first episode, so welcome to everyone who decided to join us.
And what 4 characters do we have?
So we have 4 characters for you to guess which staff member they are. Now we have the penguin, the angel, the panda, and the phantom.
Yeah, and you will have a week after you view this weekend. You'll have till next Saturday to put your entries in on our Google form.
Yes. On
our Ignite YouTube page, right?
Yes. So if you're watching this video, you're already on the Ignite page. So down in the description, there will be a link to the Google form where you go, you give us your name and your phone number so that we can reach you if you win the prize. And then you put in your guesses for who each staff member is. Now the prize, Val.
Okay, you can win a gift card to Starbucks, Stone Cold Ice Cream, or Chick-fil-a. Stone Cold
Steve
Stone.
Austin.
Cold Stone. Yeah, and ice cream, and then to Chick-fil-a.
Yes.
I was doing a Steve Austin, wasn't I? We're wrestling fans.
Cold Stone, Chick-fil-A, and Starbucks. So you can win those if you get all
one of those. One of those.
Yes.
Not all 3.
No. You not all.
But we'll give you a choice.
Yeah.
How's that?
You get your choice. So that's why we need your phone number or a parent's phone number so that we can reach out, find out which one of those gift cards you want, and how we can deliver it to you.
Yes.
And you can win by getting all 4 staff members correct.
Okay. Cool. And I'm going to give them a hint.
All right.
Okay. So they'll give you clues, but what I would advise you all to do is you're getting multiple choice.
You are.
So you'll have a selection of 4 people for each staff member. I would probably go on the church website and look at everyone else's pictures.
Yeah.
And, if we say that it's Brian Green, I would go on the church website, go under staff, and look at Brian Green and see if there's any resemblance to the person wearing the mask, or if there's any hints, because he's the worship leader. If they had a hint that it might be the worship leader, then it's Brian Green.
Yeah, that is a great hint as to how you can get your answers. You can do as much or as little research behind your answers as you want before submitting it. But you do have until next episode on Saturday to submit your answers.
And 1 entry per person.
Yep.
You only get 1 shot at this.
Yep. So now I think we go ahead and get into our episode.
Looking forward to it.
All right, so we're here with the panda.
Hello.
Hi, Panda.
Hi, guys.
All right, so we have a few questions. What is something interesting about you?
Well, let's see. Something interesting. I started my life, I was born in Mississippi in the middle of a flood. Water everywhere. Huge flood.
All right, well, what is something not many people would know about you?
Not many people would know that for 8 years, I was deaf. These things didn't work for 8 years when I was a kid.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right, and is the panda the only character you've ever played?
No. I wear a lot of hats, and in fact, in elementary school, I was Smurfette.
Yeah?
Totally blue Smurfette.
Yeah, for what?
I rocked it for a flutophone concert. Flutophone. It's like, here's a recorder, flutophone. Yep.
Very nice. All right, now what is something about your ministry that you can give us a hint to your ministry without telling us what it is?
Well, ministry, the area I oversee at the church, we minister to folks of all ages, from birth all the way up to older adults. Minister to all folks. And no 2 days are ever the same. Always something exciting, always something different.
All right, well, you guys heard it here. Thank you, Panda.
All right, ready? 1, 2, 3, go.
I'm the penguin.
You're the penguin. Okay. So, first of all, penguin, that was an awesome cartwheel that you did. Yeah. Can you tell us how you were able to do a cartwheel?
I was a gymnast in middle school and high school.
Wow. Do you have any questions, Nathan?
Yeah. So, Penguin.
So now we know it's not Nathan because it's Val and Nathan that's interviewing our penguin staff member.
What is an interesting fact about you that not many people would know?
Not many people know that I once danced in front of 120,000 people wearing a miniskirt and red go-go boots at Ohio State University, which I did not attend.
Where were you from then?
Indiana. I went to IU.
Yeah, what did your ministry do for the Halloween drive-thru?
For the Halloween drive-thru, my ministry created a 10-foot black spider web with a 6-foot spider on it.
So the youth can ask around to see, which group sponsored that station.
Right.
Tell us something about your ministry.
One of my other ministries, we coordinated with a team at a big event that brought in people from 27 different faith communities in all over Virginia, but mostly Northern Virginia. But 27 faith communities worked on a service project.
Any other hints that you might want to tell us about you? Anything unique or...
I had the privilege of going with the team to Kenya in 2019. My personal assignment as a volunteer was to repair the students' clothing, which I thought was going to be really easy until I got there. And then I had to start recruiting some of the other team members who all sat around over their lunch breaks and helped me. They had just installed electricity 2 weeks before the team arrived. So we had to put it in a converter box. We brought over one sewing machine and we taught some of the high schoolers and the staff how to use that, and we left that behind so that they can keep up the work that we did with the uniforms.
And why did you choose the penguin?
Oh, the penguin is my favorite animal because when you go to the zoo, they are always doing something. They're never just laying around.
All right, thank you. So here we are with our mass staff member, the Angel. And do you have a question for the Angel?
I do. All right, Angel. Have you ever had a, let's say, brush with fame?
Yes, actually, my great-grandfather was a famous radio broadcaster in D.C., and he was actually friends with Franklin Roosevelt.
The president?
Yes, he was one of his right-hand men, the news reporters. So, pretty cool.
I think you told us about another brush with fame, someone that was in the music industry.
So my grandpa, so this would have been my great-grandpa's son, was actually worked with a lot of the greats. He was a jazz and blues historian, and he worked with Louis Armstrong and some of the great jazz singers.
Okay, tell us something about your ministry without giving it up, so that would give them a hint about who you are.
Well, over the last couple of months, we have been doing some fun craft nights that have been really fun and successful. Lots of people have joined us.
Okay, so this is the masked staff member at the Phantom of the Opera. And Phantom, can you tell us something about you? I know that we have 4 or 5 staff members who were music majors. Can you tell us anything about you having to do with music, any kind of concerts or whatever?
Being the Phantom, I was immersed in music from a young age. I was fortunate enough to have opened up at the White House for Paul McCartney. And I played in front of Michelle Obama. Now, unfortunately, I didn't get to meet Paul McCartney, who, as many of you may know, is from the band The Beatles. I didn't get to meet him. He was playing later that night, but I still did open up at the White House for him.
Wow, that's interesting. All right, let's see. Our next question for you is, can you tell us something unique about yourself that not many people may know about or may be shocked to learn?
I would say something that is quite unique that many people wouldn't know about my true identity is that I'm clearly the Phantom. But many people don't know that my true identity loves to listen to musicals, as per the Phantom. However, this is not the general style of music that I listen to around others. Therefore, some may find it hard to comprehend.
Oh, so that makes sense. All right, so what is a hint about your ministry that you can give to us without giving away your ministry?
Well, of course, my ministry is known for many things. One thing we have coming up is a big event for Easter. I will be showcasing my musical abilities at this event.
All right, so this is the masked staff member, the Phantom, and hopefully you have an idea of who you think he or she is.
All right, so now you've seen all 4 contestants for this week.
That was so much fun, and I think I have a pretty good idea of who's who. I'm going to say one hint. There's one kind of a tricky one in there. Do you agree?
I think that's the whole point, is to trick them.
Okay, but there's a tricky one in there. So you'll have to read into that any way you want. Good luck.
Yeah, and we'll see you next week for the next episode of The Masked Staff Member.